podcast contain graphic language. What's going on out there, MGTOW? What's going on out there in Cell? What's going on in the Manosphere? You are right here, KDR, aka Kim the Regan Podcast. My wrong button. I'm right here in the Pacific Northwest, just packaging it up all over the world. My bad. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to get my shit organized here. My sound bites and stuff like that. There you go. I think I got another one here.
Headshot.
But anyways, if this is your first time out here in the podcast, I do a little intro music and then I get in the subject that I like to discuss about. So no further ado, let's start this thing here. And here we go, gentlemen. And I'll be right back.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Because I respect Kim Del Regan. I do. Oh, he's simping for some pussy, bitches. I'll be a simp all day. Fuck you.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Oh, he's simping for some
Welcome,
pussy,
welcome back.
bitches.
You know, tonight podcast is going to be very interesting. You know, because I'm going to express myself and how I see things going in different perspective for many years. Okay. I'm a student of history, right? But I seen this Marxist Leninist develop for the last amped up since the 80s. After the Berlin Wall fall down, which I was a kid, I was there. My parents were military. I was the age of 11 years old. I was out there on West Germany when the Berlin Wall fell down from East Germany. Not at Berlin, but I was in that country, West Germany. It was divided by the commies. All right? True story. You cannot believe me, or you believe me, or whatever. I even got a piece of rock from the wall after 2 years later that the Berlin Wall fell down. And I just happened to be in Berlin watching the first NFL football between NFL football in Europe between the Buffalo Bills and the Vikings. And they were selling after a couple of years later, they were selling little rocks and shit like that. Where the wall came down with graffitis and stuff. It just like one of those things, right? But I noticed, because you think about this stuff, right? Especially me. Most Americans don't think about this shit because they haven't traveled. They haven't been in different countries. They haven't been in Europe. They haven't been in Canada. They haven't been in Latin America. They haven't been in Asia. They don't know how different country works and operate and stuff like that. All they know, they hear and they are the cream of the crop or whatever on a global scale. But, you know, I digress. The purpose of the podcast, the way I can see things for the last, at least since 1989, 90, because I know about communism, Marxism, Leninism, Mao, Fidel Castro, Chavez, Hitler, right? These people start within, polluting, corrupting within. And in the United States, in my point of view, has been Marxist, Leninist in every aspect in our life for the last 30 years. In my point of view, just one man here. I'm just here talking to whoever wants to listen. I'm just here talking to the wind, I guess. But I got to get this shit out. All right? They infiltrated the education system. They infiltrated the banking system. They infiltrated the government. They infiltrated every aspect or of our life. Excuse me. It's infiltration everywhere. You know, you got these people out there who got millions of views or millions of subscribers and or millions and shit like that, and they talk about cancel culture. Guess what? I'm just a little motherfucker out here, right? My first channel had 10,000 subscribers. Cancel culture, I experienced that back in 2017. Then I open up the channel, same thing. Same thing. If this is not communism, what the fuck it is? Where people can express themselves or have different opinions and different platforms. So what the fuck we've been facing? We have to be reality with what is reality. And this is just me. What, 4 or 5 years ago? If we're not living in the United States as a Leninist, Marxist country, not on the scale of the whole United States, because the United States is big and stuff like that. Each state is the sovereign country when you look at it, right? Because that's the way I think I look at it. Each state got their own shit going and stuff. But it's still relevant because even though all the states is got the different terminology or conducting the Constitution, have been infiltrated by the Marxist Leninists for many years. See, people haven't not noticed, but I have. I'm not only a man who got been canceled by this platform. I've been a man who got punished by the state and took my resources from me every time I got paid. Even though I was not married. I did not go to the state and ask permission to get married and have children. No. The state punished me the same way they would punish a man when they got married and divorced. Same way. Same way. Family court. Go pay this. Go pay that. You earn this amount. You have to pay that amount. If that's not is Marxist, Leninist, communist, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I do not know what to tell you. We've been living in this Marxist, Leninist country for quite some time. They infiltrated back in the 1960s. Now they're in the halls of Congress. Now, like I said previously, they're in the banking. They everywhere. Social programs, food stamps. They take your money and they distribute it to other people. They do. They are running rampant in this country. And they will not be happy until they break it down. Look at all these cities. Look at all these cities. In the United States. And the gates are open from different countries and shit. They escaped socialism to come back here to get more socialism. Right? I'm reading an article that in New York City, they plan to give these motherfuckers $30,000 on a debit card to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Right? The hospitals are all run from the hospitals are overrun from New York to Chicago to Denver to all these cities, what they call, I forgot the terminology, overrun. If that's not Marxist Leninism, I don't know what it is. Another example, when Obama, the Obamacare, that's why, when the Obamacare passed through it, and I remember this vividly, excuse me, I thought to myself, oh shit. So that's mean the government gonna contribute to the hospitals, to the healthcare system. I say to myself, the healthcare system is going to be fucked. It's going to be fucked. Because you got to have a little bit of both. The private sector, insurance, and stuff like that. And yeah, if you want to have a socialism healthcare system, good luck on that shit. So they implemented this shit in the United States. And I say to myself, here we go. Here we go. The devil is within. And I'm not saying Obama, I'm saying the infiltration of the Marxist Leninists that has been implemented here for many years. But the people do not know and they don't understand nothing. They really don't. They don't. And I think because most people are like content and happy and whatever and shit like that. Or maybe they had it too good. And some of us had it fucked up and we had to learn and understand what the fuck is taking place or what's going on. You know? Excuse me. One thing that you like, okay, I got to speak about this shit, right? And I did. I'm about to. Donald Trump, okay? Me myself, I'm a libertarian. I don't give a fuck about none of these red or blue parties. It's two-party system, so you cannot win, right? And this is the example that I'm trying to tell or to express myself, not to tell, to express myself. Once you start seeing property for individuals, you're seizing it, taking away private property for individuals. You know we are fucked. You know you fucked. And I don't, to be honest, I don't know too much about the semantic, what took place with, I know a little bit, right? Because I read it, but it doesn't make any fucking sense because the bank, they got the money back. You know, he got the loan, got the money back. The whole thing I'm trying to tell you or express is if they did it to him, guess what? They can seize your property anytime from your car. If they took away my resources just because I had a kid out of wedlock, what make you think they cannot take Donald Trump property? That's how I see this thing, right? They took a poor man, middle class man, half his income for the last 20 something years, right? What people think they cannot do it to a billionaire? Who's immune to this? The problem is that people haven't waken up to the reality. They haven't. That it's been an infiltration of the Marxist Leninists in every respective and every outlet and every outcome. It is a very sad. It is a very sad state. Literally, a very sad state. It is, man. And I'm only talking about the government. What about those technocrats? What about these big corporations? What about that? Making money, hand over fist. Listen, I'm a libertarian. And I believe in the free market. I really do. I do believe in the free market. But this is not free market. All these big companies, they're not free market. They're not. They are corporation oligarchs. They are monopolies. They're monopolies. So, to put this in perspective, as for myself, and this is what I think, right? This is what I think. Listen, gentlemen, at nighttime, I sleep like a baby. I do. I don't give a fuck. After this podcast, I want to go to the bed. I want to sleep like a baby and wake up and do my thing. But that doesn't mean that when I wake up, I can see the eruption that's taking place in the United States. I see it vividly. The cities, they are in shambles. They are. If you live in the West Coast and if you live in the East Coast, you have an understanding what I'm talking about, or close to a near major city and stuff like that. You understand what I'm talking about. Oh, I forgot. I forgot one point there. One bullet point there. That we live in on a Leninist, Marxist country. When they obligated all these workers that work for the government to take this shot, jab, whatever. You take the jab or you're not going to work. Is that not a Leninist communist? Marxist, Leninist communist? The state obligated you. You take this or you don't make no bread. Think about it. Reflect it. See, these people, they've been building this shit for the last, at least since 1988 that I can recollect. With a school system, comply, do this, sit this straight, stuff like that. Now it's here. For my surprise and shock, I swear to God, I thought that people were going to rebel against this shit. But they didn't. They went obey. I don't want to lose my job. Don't want to lose my job. So I better take something that I do not know where it came from. There's not too many experiments. I don't know. But yeah, I'm down with it. Go ahead. Because I don't want to lose my job. Meanwhile, the corporates and the corporations shut down all the small business, but all the big chains was able to go out there and conduct business. But if you own a salon, if you own a barbershop, if you own whatever, no, don't go out there. Don't go over there. And God knows what they did to this nursing home out here. For heaven's sake, they they treat these senior citizens like shit. They sure fucking did, man. If that is not Leninist Marxist communism, I don't know what to tell you, man. You gotta wake up. Wake up to reality, my friends. We are being infiltrated by the Leninist Marxists. That's it. Huh. Before I call it quits, because I seen all these immigrants migrating here, right? From different parts of the world. It's not only Latin America, it's from different parts. The most bizarre for me is the fucking Venezuelans. Right? They are a rich fucking, one of the richest countries in Latin America at the time. Before Chavez took over and then made it to a hell basket, a hellhole, a shithole. And I thought to myself, why did they let this guy in? Why didn't they not, do the opposite? And I know why. Socialism. All the socialist program they had bankrupt the country. From the teachers union to that union to this union, so on and so forth. Then once the union, the money is gone and shit like that, it came a dictatorship. You know? And the thing I'm trying to think to myself, these people, they escape socialism, but they are here collecting social programs like food stamps, and they want to give them whatever the fuck they, I don't know what the government is doing to distribute this money, and how come the United States citizens, we paying so much fucking taxes and shit and inflation, because inflation is tax and stuff like that. I don't know what the fuck is going economically with this I know what's happening, but for the enemies, for the Venezuelans, I It doesn't make any sense, but it does make sense. Because they come over here to get free shit. Like, motherfuckers don't have to pay for that shit. We paying for this shit, man. We paying for these people. We paying for this corporation. We paying for this so-called government representative. Us, the taxpayer, we pay for this shit. You know? Something got to take place, man. I don't know. Something gonna have to take place, and it will, because eventually that's how the universe work. You know, something very drastically is gonna take place. It got to, especially in this country. Come on, man. Why are we sending money in Ukraine? Why are we sending money to Israel? Why are we sending money to different parts of the fucking world that, I mean, come on, man. Have you thought about this shit? Because I do. Fuck. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time out here paying gas, utility, rent, and shit like that. And $1 billion going somewhere in the fuck that I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know you thought about this shit, man. I know you have. You got to. Unless you live with your parents and shit. You know, back in the days when they find the commies, I understand you have to pay resources and stuff like that. Nowadays, it's like the commies are gone. It's just Russia and shit. So what the fuck? What is so much fucking war and blowing up shit and different tax money payers for bullshit in different parts of the world? Why? I know why. It's the military complex. But that's one other subject. Well, gentlemen, you know, my podcast is not the perfect one. You know, it's not. I'm just out here late at night after the grind. I'm just like yourself. Just like yourself. I put one leg at a time on my pants. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I put my t-shirt one arm at a time. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm your average Joe. Your average man. That tried to express himself in this platform. And trying to have this little thing that we call the First Amendment, you know, freedom of speech. The pen is mightier than the sword. That's what I'm trying to do. That's it. I'm not here to get monetized. I'm not here to have a following. I'm not here to sell you shit. I'm not. I'm just here expressing myself. That's it. I never got monetized. I never asked no one for a nickel. Support me on this and that. Never. I'm doing what they call this a free public service. Those who want to listen to it, they can listen to it. Those who want to write comment, you can write comment. Those who disagree with me, well, write a comment. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I live in the real world. I don't live in YouTube world or Facebook world or Twitter world or AI world or game world, whatever the fuck this technocrat has polluted people's mind. I live in the real world, man. Fuck. For heaven's sake. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you tonight. I gotta hit the the hate sack and shit like that. Don't mind me, man. But like I always say, peace, state make tau. I will catch you in this podcast, live stream, or video. Let the universe be with you.